Hey, baseball fans and Frontier League fans, my name is Dave from the Frontier League Journal. And today we have somebody who's been asking me, begging me to be on the show. Dave, when will you have me on the show? Well, Ian, you're there. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Obviously, this is Ian Walters from the Southern Illinois Miners. I had a few questions for you that I think are very interesting because your experience is something we should talk about. This is a new era in baseball right now. So you're from Paducah. You went to the Southern Illinois University with the Salukis. And right in the middle of your program, they said to you, or rather, they changed the rules. And they said, rather than have 40 rounds in the amateur draft, we'll have 20 rounds in the amateur draft. How do you deal with that? Because they pretty much they're messing with your dreams in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much of a shock with me with COVID happening last year. With it being shortened to 10 rounds, I probably realized, or I knew that it probably wouldn't be going back to 40 anytime soon. So yeah, this year going into SIU, I wasn't really stressing much about the draft. I was just really focusing on my college season, and then whatever happened as far as my future went. I wasn't trying to put any pressure on myself or trying to, think about who's watching or anything like that. I just focused all my attention on the college season, and then the personal and individual stuff would work themselves out.
Okay. I don't really have a feel for the pulse of the college players right now and how they're dealing with that. I mean, are they frustrated, or are they maybe working harder just to prove something?
Yeah, I mean, with the draft being shortened, there's a lot of good guys that were able to come back to college. So there's definitely a chip on a bunch of guys' shoulders. And with that being said, like, there's a ton of just absolute dudes in every conference throughout the country. Mm-hmm. And so day in and day out, you're facing the best every single day. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of fun.
Okay. As I mentioned at the beginning, you're from Paducah, Kentucky. And by the way, cheers to Chelsea Ladd. I think she did an interview with you a few days ago.
Yeah, she just called me up a couple days ago and then did an interview with me for the local newspaper here in Paducah.
She's so passionate, man. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, you went. So it's an hour from Rent One Park. How did he approach you at the beginning? I mean, was it like at the end of your season when you were eliminated, or was it during the season and they said, Ian, we love you?
Yeah, it was actually so our season ended. We finished the conference tournament on that Saturday. And then I was out at dinner on Tuesday night, and my head coach at SIU, he called me up and asked me if I was still in Carbondale. I was like, yeah, I wasn't planning on moving out until that Thursday. And he said, well, Mike Pinto and the Miners want to sign you. So they might need you either tomorrow or Thursday. And I was like, all right, sure. We had the rental truck. We had it rented and everything, so we had to cancel all that. But it was fine because I still have my lease for my apartment until August, so I can just stay here the whole time. And yeah, so I got the phone call on Tuesday and then started up with the Miners on Thursday. So it was a pretty quick turnaround.
Okay. Nick Neville was with you too, and I read recently that he quit baseball. Do you know what happened there? Can you talk to me about this?
I mean, yeah, he just wanted to move on and get some different things started with his life. So I'm happy for him. And yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
Was there a 2-for-1 deal? I mean, if they get you, they get him, or if they get him, they get you?
I don't really know how it was, honestly. We were obviously just really stoked to still be playing with each other because we thought that last game on Saturday at SIU was the last time we'll ever be on the field together. But to get a few more games with each other, I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, obviously the story was great. I mean, you both on the lineup the same game. I think it was a double header on that day too, right?
Yeah, it was.
I love it. And right now, let's face it, man, you're raking. The obvious question is, how do you transition from college baseball to pro baseball? Have you seen a major difference? And if you have, what is it? Is it the way they pitch to you? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was talking to my coach about this the other day, my coach from SIU, because he asked the same question. And being at SIU and playing in the Missouri Valley Conference, you know, we were facing a bunch of studs every single weekend. It's a very good conference with very good competition. So it got me ready for this type of level of ball, because you're facing guys on Fridays and Saturdays that are going to get drafted pretty high. Um, so just that prepared me to come into pro ball, and it was a pretty smooth transition. You know, I was pretty used to it, and I mean the way that they pitch me here, it's not much different than what I faced at SIU. So it's been a pretty smooth transition so far.
Is there one pitcher that you've seen that you've maybe told yourself, "Oh, okay, I know where why they're in pro baseball."
Yeah, I'm not really sure what his name is, but it's a lefty reliever from Lake Erie. He's got a little sidearm action, like 93, 95 with a nasty slider. So he's got me a couple times, but yeah, he's pretty solid.
Nice. The Southern Illinois Miners are the winningest team since 2007 in the Frontier League. You go there, it's an experience. I mean, Mike Pinto as a whole setup for you. When you enter the park, they want you to see greatness on the walls. They want you to see the best players that played there. Is that intimidating for you? I mean, you got some big shoes to fill in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's intimidating. It's honestly pretty gives me some confidence, you know.
Oh,
There's been so many guys that have gone through there and had successful pro careers after Southern Illinois. So just to know that they were in the same shoes as me back however long ago, and that they had a successful career. I mean, it gives me confidence that I can do the same thing.
okay. You're with Carson Bartels right now. Have you told him something when he came in the first place, and just told him, you know what, dude, I learned this, and you should do this?
I mean, I didn't really have to tell him too much. I mean, he came in. We were roommates on the road trip this past week, so he came in with basically the same mentality as me. Like he didn't have any pressure on himself. Wasn't stressing out about anything. Just out here playing, just continuing his career, just like me, and just making the most of it. So, just I mean, do what you do every single day, and that's what he's been doing.
Hmm. There's a very interesting mix of rookies and experienced guys. Obviously, the roster rules call for it, but you got Craig Macy, who's a coach and also a player. He seems to be a guy like he leads by example, and you just have to be impressed. Am I getting the right vibe here?
Yeah, absolutely. His presence on the team. I mean, it's just you want to be around him, you want to learn from him, and that's really great to have one of those big veteran guys that have been around pro ball for so many years. And I mean, you can go to him for so many questions, and you can just watch what he does and just learn from him.
Hmm. Ian, right now, what's your plan? I mean, have you been talking to scouts? Have you been talking to some teams? I mean, do you still want to go to the next step in your career, or is that pretty much it that you want to do, and you're having fun and you have maybe a different trajectory at the end of this season?
No, obviously my number one goal is to get to affiliated ball and get my chance in affiliated ball. I haven't been talking to any scouts right now, so I mean I'm not stressing about it. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. Like I said, I'm just going out there trying to work my butt off every single day, and do the best that I can so I can get myself that chance. I mean, it's not in anybody else's hands except for mine. So
Exactly. Well, it's very impressive what you're doing right now. And I've been tagging you so many times in my stories. I imagine you were going to block me. So thank you for not blocking me. And
nah,
dude,
nah.
I mean, have a great season, man. As I said, I'm cheering for you, and just have a great season, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Cool, man. Bye bye.
Awesome. We'll see you.
Bye bye.